here. So no webcam today. I have ideas I kind of want to run with. Actually, I'm going to do this too. Boop. Or actually, I can do this. Keep the event list. I'll move it over here. Wish I could. Actually, I can. Let me do that. Transform. Edit transform. What I do is I cut it out on the right side by 200. 300. There. I'll move that. The alert box up there. The event list can go. Chat box is there. Event list I will move actually a little. I'll move up to here and just leave it there. Then I'm going to move this to over there. Okay. So just to go ahead and run the little joke that I had the other day in the back of my head. It was like, what was it? I got reminded of Ark Survival Evolved the other day. Found some old pictures from Ark. I was like, huh. You know, it sounds really fun. And the decision that I came to was I'm going to try to make some of my creatures that I had and make them into D&D characters just so I can essentially immortalize them. And there's a lot of them I remember actually having. I could actually I know a third one I might also do. Beelzebufo, that was the name of the thing. So if I remember correctly, the way Ark Survival works is you are literally dropped onto an island with a weird crystal lodged in your arm, and you are basically told you basically, as far as you know, need to survive. You need to literally go from punching trees, Minecraft style, to eventually fighting the apex predators of the world. As you slowly scale your way up with trying to tame varying forms of dinosaurs. Going from, oh, here's dodos to, okay, there's a T-Rex, there are giant spiders, there are giant frogs, and some of my favorites, because whenever I played Ark Survival, I was the person that tried to handle the, pardon my phrasing, bitch work. So my favorites were things like this. The Carbonemius, because I just had this to essentially like get me around and get me through the water faster. Very, very, very simple. Very, very nice to just have on hand. Or the Sarco, which again, water traversal, very good. And again, fun fact, more water traversal, the Beelzebufo. But I liked them. I liked them because they were. You're not going to take these creatures out to be the things that go out on hunting parties to go find a bunch of other stuff. That would be really fucking stupid. But they can be very good search and rescue creatures. They can be very good about quickly traversing, quickly moving stuff, or carrying a lot of stuff by hand. And it was generally the joke going, okay, Alvin doesn't want any of these because he doesn't want to get attached to any of them. He can do everything by hand. That's cute. So here's some pets. Have fun, stupid. And I go, okay, this one's my friend now. So I'd always take up the ones that were just funny and weird. I remember one of the first times I was actually playing Ark, I took a Beelzebufo out and I took it for a spider cave that we went through, because these motherfuckers more immune to the toxins that the spiders and varying creatures that can basically inject you and your creatures with poison to knock them unconscious. Very much immune to that. Or, you know, more immune to them, I should specify. And also they can get more chitin from creatures, which is great. So I really just remember us going like, okay, cool, we're gonna go in and try to tame a couple spiders, try our best not to die, taking this fucking thing and just going, God, if I could remember my I always had weird things. If I could remember my scorpion's name, I'd do my scorpion too. I had a scorpion, a frog, triceratops. I had the crocodile. I had the lunging crocodile. So many weird little fucking creatures. I can't quite remember their names, but it really makes me want to try to flesh out my world a little more by coming up with more of what like some of these creatures could have looked like. Because, you know, in D&D, a lot of the concept of, oh, this frog creature exists, while actual frogs, normal sized frogs and giant frogs also exist. The difference being very little, unfortunately. With most of it just being, oh, a god said that this frog was going to be this frog was going to be partially human now, and that's kind of it. Congratulations. And now they worship it until their dying breath. That's kind of how that works. But the thing about a lot of these is that they kind of go, oh, you know, well, all the frogs look like poison dart frogs. That's not very cool. I want to try to find ways to make varying forms of creatures look in varying forms of ways. For instance, Aarakocra. They're always represented by eagles. That's cool, but other Aarakocra could in fact exist. Where's my crow Aarakocra? I know people would probably say Kinku, but no, doesn't have to be a Kinku. Or where's my vulture Aarakocra? I want to see a Aarakocra that's a bit lankier and longer than usual, that has more of an affinity for deciding to eat refuse, and a creature that's been sitting and baking in the sun for 3 fucking days. Or what? A robin or a bluebird, for God's sakes. Or lizard folk. Lizard folk are stupid generalized. It's like, cool, they're lizards. And so everyone immediately goes, okay, cool, big lizard. But people don't realize lizard folk, when they actually show them, actually look like crocodiles and alligators. So you can do a wide array of stuff. Shifty, hi. I've been meaning to message Cassie about you. Did you get your Discord back? You did? Okay, good. I'm glad. I had a picture of fried chicken I was gonna send you, and I was like, oh, I gotta wait till he gets the Discord back. Or gotta wait till Cassie can shoot him a message for me. And then never got around to the second part. But I'm glad you got your Discord back. I was upset when I heard that it was gone, or that someone tried to hack it. I was like, oh boy, that's upsetting. But I'm glad. So I was like, I haven't seen Shifty try to go live in a while. What the fuck's up with that? Oh. Yeah, glad you got stuff back in order. Good job, dude. I am currently doing my pre-stream ramble where I kind of explain what the whole concept for the stream was. with the fact that I used to play a game called Ark Survival Evolved, which I don't know if you know what that is. It's a game where you tame giant dinosaurs and ride them into battle, or have them assist you in regards to small things happening around your camp, things upon that nature. And I was explaining that, like, when it comes to like D&D concepts, D&D does this weird thing where they kind of go, the reason that that creature right there is the way it is because a god made it, and that's it. Congratulations. And then kind of clap, and that's literally it. And I'm like, I don't like that boringness. I want more to it. And I don't want it to just be, well, every Aarakocra's which are bird people. I don't want it to be every Aarakocra is an eagle. Where's my hawks? Where's my doves? Where's my red robins? Where's my bluebirds? Where's my vultures? And things upon that nature. I want variations. And I've become a stickler for kind of doing that kind of concept when it comes to D&D. So I kind of took some arc ideas from creatures that I'd had before tamed, and I'm like, you know what? Let's make a couple of those in D&D, and maybe let's give a couple other places a little more life. Because if I can make at least one recognizable creature, then I know the rest of the area that my party could in fact be going through will be a lot easier to play with. For instance, you can see right here all these dog folk, wolf folk, raccoon folk. There's also bears. There's a cat, there's a fluffy cat, there's a lion, there's a bear, hyena, vulpin. But like, you know, you think of a bear and generally your first thought is, oh, a brown bear. What about polar bears? Black bears, sun bears. Sun bears are a fucking nuisance and a half. God's sakes, despite the fact they're called, you know, sun bears, and they're supposed to be, you know, a sun bear. Oh yeah, that's pretty fucking cool. No. Sun bears are have absolute short man syndrome. If you are within a certain range of them, radius of them, they will just get pissed at you for existing, and they will chase you down and slaughter you, because that's just what they want to do. Not even to eat. They just will get mad because you exist and then come and try to kill you. Because sun bears are terrifying. And that gives me reason to want to try to create a sun bear type of creature that would be an antagonist to the party. In the same way, I could also decide I want to make a snapping turtle. And I could decide I want to make Komodo dragon. Because, you know, I want a reason to make Cassie go, aw, baby. As a, you know, 12-foot tall lizard is quite literally gnawing her character's arm off with the acidic spittle. And just, like, filling it with rot. Anyway. Ideas. Leftover fried chicken nuggets in the fridge. Eating them later. Got frozen breast dethawing for tomorrow's dinner. Ooh, yummy. I had chicken thighs I went and bought from we have a co-op nearby. Went and bought those, stuck them straight in the deep freeze when I got home. I pulled them out the other day, put them in the fridge to, you know, thaw properly. And then I threw them in buttermilk with some pickle juice and some hot sauce and let those sit. And then I tossed them in some flour cornstarch mixed with some seasonings, and then put them on a wire pan and put them back in the fridge, so therefore everything would adhere to the chicken a bit better. And then I just kind of fried them for a couple minutes on each side, and I was like, damn, this is actually some really fucking good chicken. There wasn't too much skin to it. It wasn't dry. And I was like, wow, this was actually pretty solid. And then the next thought I had was, I need to still make better. I was like, I enjoyed this taste, but there's still something missing. And I can't tell what it is. I will figure it out eventually. Because there is one time in which I made fried chicken that was like the absolute best fried chicken I've ever made. Took a recipe from Binging with Babish, where he made the El Pollos Hermanos fried chicken. And made like a massive batch of that, I think twice. And I remember, I think what we did was we put it into two separate batches. One had buttermilk brine, and one was a buttermilk brine just normally, and with a couple other seasonings. And the other one was the same, but it was spiced the ever-loving fuck out. And so I remember I was staying with Kelsey's granddad, and I remember frying up some of the chicken, and I was like, that looks pretty good. that had a very nice outer shell to it that didn't at all fall apart. And I remember I gave a piece to him to let him try it because he's a stickler when it comes to literally any kind of food. And I think this is like my biggest testament to I know I can always make better food. It's because I gave it to the man that constantly complains about food, and not even 5 minutes later the piece was gone, because he's generally like a white meat type of man. Like, yes, there's a wing, a breast, give me those. Gave him a wing. Not even 5 minutes later, he's like, we're in seconds. And I look over and that piece is just gone, cartilage and everything, just goodbye, off the bone. And I'm like, oh, we'll have you some more soon. Just got to make sure you have the sides for your extra meal. Because we also did like mashed potatoes and green beans with it. But we hadn't actually gotten around to doing the sides yet because trying to get some of the more of the chicken done first. That was fun. And I think I've done that twice since then, where it's actually come out to a quality I can approve of. Because after I did that, I froze the pieces after they were cooked through, so therefore they can just go in the air fryer and be good to go. And part of me was like, that is such a dumb idea. And the rest of me was like, a dumb idea I'm willing to try. And it worked. And I was like, your homemade fried chicken, home fries, country style green beans, homemade baked beans, some sweet tea. I do in fact eat everything that you listed, yes. I also just realized I've never actually tried to make baked beans before. I'll eat them. I've had them. I've had a large variation of varying styles of baked beans. And I do in fact like sweet tea, but I'm a much bigger fan of Arnold Palmer. So if you don't mind me coming over with some of my own homemade lemonade, we can make some tasty Arnold Palmer. And if you have a fruit that you prefer, we can make that type of lemonade too. Or a fruit that you like, we can try to make that into a syrup for the lemonade itself. Or, make you your own jar. Or, I'll just make lemonade and then get you, your own jar over here. Like, here you go, Shifty, enjoy it. Yada yada. I've also been working on making better fries too. Like, parboiling them is always a really, really good idea. I like food and drink. I gotta be honest, 9 times out of 10, if I don't drink whatever someone has provided, I'll either have a drink with me, which would be water, or I will have bought a drink with me, which would probably be like a Sprite. Because I can only have so much caffeine or I'll get sleepy, unfortunately. Which is why I don't go all in on tea. I go for Arnold Palmer's, mix. A mix of A, mix of B. Which still isn't good for me, because the sugar also makes me sleepy, so. Baked beans are 100 times better than Bush's. Ooh. Now that's saying something. I think. I'm gonna be honest. Every time I've had baked beans, it's either been from a barbecue place, or it was family baked beans, and I never got to see a can. Great. Now I'm thinking about that barbecue place that I used to live next to. Give you ribs Shifty, I want you to take 4 of your fingers and fold them on top of each other. And then that's about how big one of those ribs would be. And they'd give you a half rack that's that big. And I'm like, that, a whole container of fries that are just, oh. Train agrees with me. For some ungodly reason. I digress. Shifty, feel free to keep talking. I'm gonna activate the music in the background just a little bit here. Gonna do some no copyright music. Cause that sounds like a good idea anyway. They're not streaming right now? That's weird. I will find one of these. We will go best of 2025, but we will do it on shuffle. Who the fuck? Oh. Howdy doodly doodly cow. It's good to see you. Hopefully you're having a pretty solid day. Think about this new place called Oink Joan Neumann. Best pulled pork barbecue ever put in my mouth. Sally, I feel like driving 60 something miles to go get it. Fair. Will they deliver to you? That's my question. Because making the simple assumption that you're going 60 and 60 for 60, then they won't. God damn it. Okay. Make it a once a month thing. Make it a little bit easier. Cal, if you want to message Tacos, by the way, Tacos is in fact back. Tacos is driving right now to get back here, but Tacos is in fact back in the state at least. I told her that you were going to be messaging her, and she was like, "Oh God, is something wrong happen?" I said, "No." I would not have made it that. I would not have said it that simply if it was going to be something that's going to make you nervous. What's today? Thursday? She's been back since Tuesday afternoon, and still kind of running through the funny throes of everything. Right, I was gonna check one thing here. One tick. Yeah, she should be back here in about an hour or so. This is going to be one of the most disorienting streams I've done in a while. Because I think that the last time I also did this, I think that the last time I did this, I also did what I'm doing right now. I have two separate earphones in my ears. I have one set up to my phone and one set up to my PC. And each of them is set up for me to be able to hear something different. And I left from being able to hear stream things. Is my right thing for me to be able to hear a podcast? Because yes. Don't want to overwhelm her with messaging while trying to unpack and mentally unwind. But also the house and you and I. No, I fully understood. That's why I told her just in the next couple days, you'd probably be messaging her. There's nothing wrong with it. Let's see. I don't know anyone willing enough to drive down there to get me. My bro and I stopped there on the way back from a government project you bid on. Best decision we made. Stopping to talk to the dude. Parker. Oh, that's concerning. Oh boy. What am I making? Right, hold on. I'm gonna stop the gonna stop the music, the house music, real fast. Cal, do you know what Ark Survival Evolved is? I know that you know what D&D is, so I'm not gonna ask that silly question. Yeah, the dinosaur game. This game. I had a funny reminder of the other day about Ark where I reminded myself, or I got reminded of the fact that whenever I would play with people, I'd let them go get dinosaurs and have their fun while I worked on base building things. And they'd always come back and be like, hey, we got you something to help build the base. And I go, no, please, I don't want to get attached to a dinosaur that's going to die in 5 seconds because I blinked. And they go, no, it's okay. This one won't do that. Just take care of it. I'm like, So one of the first things that I was brought was a Sarco, or not a Sarco, it was a Carbonemius, a turtle. because everyone was like, yeah, no, something that's durable, has a lot of HP, it'll be just fine. So I got one of these. I named it NASCAR and built up nothing but its health and speed stat. So what? You were just downstairs sleeping. No. You sit on my keyboard, I'm throwing you. Yeah, they're not allowed to die. I tend to not get mine because the minute I get attached is when they're gonna fucking die, and it pisses me off. Because the last time we played, I had just gotten attached to like a bunch of little creatures that I'd gotten. And I'd finally gotten one to be able to get me out hunting and everything. And what happened was, there's a cat currently climbing on me because his mom is currently driving in an hour away. And he's like, wow, it's just me and you again. I fucking hate this and I hate you. You were sitting on my stomach in the most uncomfortable way possible, dude. Yeah, I didn't quite expect you to be up here. When your mom was up here, you ignored her. And so your brother laid on her. You could have laid with her, too. Yes. You're cute. Anyway, the first time we ever played Ark, I had some creatures that I'd actually finally grown attached to. Then I had a day of not being there, and when everyone came back, we found out that our base had been raided because we were playing online. And because our base had been raided, well, we lost all of our dinosaurs, despite the fact the server was a no attack server. It was supposed to be a peaceful server. So we kind of let the server administrator know, and we dipped. And the people that did that got kicked out of the server. But we've tried to play a couple times since then, and well, NASCAR 2.0 happened at some point. That was great. Built NASCAR the exact same way. Just, a lot of HP, a lot of speed, because it's really funny to look up and see a turtle shimmying his way at you at like supersonic speeds for no goddamn reason. And, it being able to take hits like no other. I'd have one of these. I'd have a Triceratops because they're really good about knocking enemies away. And also gathering a lot of thatch. Good for building. If it did resource gathering, it would usually be a thing that would be thrown to Alvin. Like, here's an Ankylosaurus. I'm like, oh, cool. I have a rock collector now. Thanks. Hey, here's a frog. Oh, cool. I have ways to go collect a lot of chitin. Thank you. I'll be able to build better armor. And so on and so forth and so on and so forth. That was my general shtick. And I kind of want to try to remake some of them in D&D, because the world I'm working on is more of a modernized style of D&D, and I want to find a way to fill out more of the world than just the main city that everyone will be residing in. So I want to make towns that have like varying themes that everyone can like go to and go, oh, this is the general gist, and this is a whole other culture to be able to lean into. What do they have that we don't have? Kind of a deal. For instance, I came up with one called The Hive, which is a... no one's here. No one's going to see this anyway. It's a... It's big enough to be a kingdom, but it's basically just all one big city or one big town. It has a ruling, like, king and queen style government that has been ruled by the exact same family for well over 200 to 300 years. And Amory, I need you to stop. Amory, I will pet you. No, stop. Put the mic. Stop. Stop. The ruling family is the set of actually I can show these two. Hold on. What are they called? Velvet ants. Stop it. Warning if you don't like bugs. 3, 2, 1. That showed up on the wrong screen. Velvet ants. This is what they are. They're really cute. So your immediate assumption is the hive is nothing but ants, right? No. The hive is ruled over by hornets, which is a problem for obvious reasons. So that's going to be a fun thing to pass when we get there. But even still, yada yada. Thri-kreen are a thing that exists, but they're generally from the astral sea and there's not a lot about them. So I'm like, all right, cool. Fuck it. Take the concept of Thri-kreen, which are bug people, and disperse them, but make them more actually like bugs. So what can we get that isn't just Thri-kreen being ants? Well, we can have bees, we can have wasps if we wanted to. If you want to for sure have a set that's more hostile for some of the worst reasons, definitely wasps or yellow jackets. Why not? The type that would just attack you just for existing. Yellow jackets. Got it. Cool. Let's go with those. You want to have some that tend to have a little bit more of a flair for just being outwardly beautiful. Throw some moths out there. Why not? Butterflies for fucking sure, because they could be much more vocal about it. Moths can just be bigger and also be considered shyer and they're clumsier. Depends on what you want to run with. I have made a Death's Head hawk moth, which I don't remember her name, so I'm not going to pull her up. You good? You want petting? Okay. No. Put your claw down. Thank you. But this is the idea I want to go for. I want to go for fleshing out this world a lot more by looking at ideas that already exist for creatures and kind of finding ways to put that into a creature. So therefore, from there, I have a template on what to go on. Oh, I can actually show the velvet ant I've worked on. Stop it. I'm not done with them yet, but that'd look neat. Yes, you are purring up a massive fucking storm. No, you're not a giant Carbonemius. You would bite my head off if you were. Because I don't feed you enough, because you hate me. And because you don't like being fed until you want food. And then you eat your brother's food because you're fat. But you're not fat. So I don't know why you eat like as if you're not going to eat anymore. Anyway. Exactly. He's not fat, he's fluffy, but by God is he a... Listen, the cat feeder goes off. I try to make sure that the two of them go to their separate food dishes. That doesn't always happen. One of them, the one that's currently sitting on my lap, goes for the other one's food dish first, and then goes for his own food dish. The way I know that he eats all the other food is because the other one, Nyx, eats like a mongrel and doesn't eat cleanly. This one will lick his food bowl clean. And so when the feeders go off and I see that one of those food bowls is entirely 100% empty, I'm like, ah, it's you. Got it. Food dish with a sensor. More technology. Your face looks so unhappy. Nope. Yeah, your face looks so unhappy from sneezing so much. I should neti pot you as a punishment. But then you'd hate me for like 5 minutes. You don't want my drink. Stop it. It's juice. Here, you want to sniff it? Here. Here you go. White crayon strawberry. Give it a good sniff. That's what you want? No? Thought not. Fucker. I squeezed the bottle in his face a little bit. Unless the cat is wearing the proper collar, comes up, the dish won't open. Or turtle sore. Amory, are you a turtle sore? Are you a Carbonemius? If you're a Carbonemius, scream into the audience. No? You got comfortable. Okay. Don't fall, you fuck ass. And now he's licking himself. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. No. Stop it. This cat likes to act like as if he doesn't get fed often, which is entirely incorrect. Both of the cats get fed at the exact same time, at the exact every fucking time. They literally have a timer set to their food. It goes off at, and I quote, hold on, 4 a.m., 8 a.m., no, sorry, 2 a.m., 8 a.m., 2 p.m., and then we feed them by hand at 8 p.m. 3 times a day they get dry food, once every 6 hours. It's not a massive serving, but it's enough to keep them tied. And then we feed them wet food, or not wet food, sometimes wet food, but it's literally chicken broth. And as of right now, because I've been doing whole fucking chickens instead of just X amount of hindquarters, they get nothing but chicken and then also some broth, because they are spoiled, warmed up, so therefore they can lap at it and go, that tastes good, and then eat the chicken and go, that also tastes good. And they also have cat grass they can chew on to get some other greens in their fucking stomach. You're gonna fall. I don't want you to fall. So I'm gonna put my hand here so that you don't fucking fall. Yeah, you are. Yeah, I ain't got titties like your mom does. She'd make sure you don't fall. You're gonna definitely fall sliding off of me. I'm a rock. In summation, starving them. Exactly. I have physically walked in on him eating his brother's food and watched his reaction be, feed me, basically. All right, I think I'll start with the Sarco. Let's start with the Sarco. Let's start with the Sarco, yeah, because this is what I was working on the other day anyway. Music great. Where's the hib? My plan is to my plan here is to make essentially figures, and at another point in my time I'll do character sheets, but I'm not really hard hitting and pressed on that right now. Thick, actually. Oh, I can actually get the story about Wiggles. I forgot. So Wiggles was my Sarco. She was great. I loved her. But for some ungodly reason, she wouldn't heal. Like, just 110% healing was just not her forte. Oh my god, I just read. Yeah, no, she wouldn't heal, regardless of what the fuck I did. Or rather, she wouldn't heal while in water. She's supposed to have, you know, like, massive lungs for, you know, being able to go deep underwater without worrying about breathing, but that would never come back. That bar would not come back, and she would lose health every now and then. And I'd go, what the fuck? Then I pull out her water, and she'd be just fine. I'm like, okay. So my running joke with Wiggles is that she had a heart condition. That was it. She had a heart condition. She was a strong girl. Very good, very powerful. Could literally walk over, bite a person, and walk off, and they just would likely almost die. But She just wasn't always doing good. She could outfight a fucking Megalodon and it'd be great. I should also take notes on what I'm thinking about for their character based on what I was doing. Like character sheet wise, like what class I'd make them. Alright, I have something of an idea. Kind of. Okay, one of the weird parts about doing this is that, yeah, depending on the head you do, like if you do a humanoid face, like, well, actually you can see behind it, the ones with gears, you can do like fine detail on them, but any ones that don't have the gears, for instance, Crocodilian, you can only add softness, remove softness. That was a short song. Jesus. That's funk music, isn't it? Yeah, it's funk. I knew it. One of the other funny things about my animals is that they generally were like simply colored. They weren't like, oh, like stupidly over the top colored. Like for instance, Cassie had a frog, and the frogs are, you know, terrifying, but she named her, but it was solid red, and so she named it Cherry Bomb. The dumbest fucking thing, but still. And then I remember I had a very like light to almost neon green frog at a point that I named Speed Boost in honor of Lucio. But a lot of my other ones were like very simply cut, like simple, because I wasn't worried too much about the way it looked to keep it. That's it. Arc is very, very good when it comes to like the concept of, for instance, breeding your creatures. You want to get a really, really strong alpha Tyrannosaurus Rex and get it with a normal Tyrannosaurus Rex, and they both have fantastic coloring. There's a likelihood those colors will mix and match, and it will in fact build up the base stats of that original set. It will be stronger than the parents always, and I love the fact that Arc actually did that shit right. But getting 2 Tyrannosaurus Rexes is terrifying, so yeah. I think about the amount of jellyfish I had to fucking kill just to get enough narcotic toxin to be able to like put out some of these things, and I go, huh. I think about the amount of times in which I was picked up by an Argentavis, which is just a big, really big bird, and hoisted into the air to be able to snipe something like a Quetzalcoatl, first to be able to tame it. Huh. Quetzalcoatl, by the way, if you don't know what one of those is, definitely look it up. They're funny. They're fantastic. I could do a mix of black and green for this. That's bronze, that's green. Want green to be the underbelly style, black to be the... No, actually, hold on. Decals. There's no decal for the tail. Okay, never mind. That'd be concerning. That's a very interesting teal. I actually like that teal. I don't know what to use, but still. Go play some Pokemon TCG and have fun, Shifty. If you don't have fun, tell me who did it. I'll beat him up. Actually, you know, no, yeah, I will flip the color scheme real quick. Where the underbelly will be the lighter green and the everything else will be darker. Like that. I did that backwards again. Oops. Light green there. There. Listen. After I know who did it, I just want to have a little chat with them. You know, a lovely little a lovely little talk. Cock shotgun. Click noise. That's weird. Fair enough, I guess. Yeah, seriously, if anyone's just lurking around, that's A-okay. No, not a problem at all. Go ahead and feel free to hit that exclamation point and lurk and just kick the fuck back. I will be here, I promise. I'm not going anywhere fast. Okay. Miggles was chunky as shit when it came to health. Constitution. I could either make Wiggles a paladin of some sort, a ranger, or a fighter. And I personally think a ranger would be funnier. Amory, I need an idea, quickly. What idea would work well for a turtle that moved very fast, that was really fucking stupid? Very tanky, very fast, very stupid. What's that you say, a barbarian? No, that's stupid. Who the fuck would make a turtle barbarian? Come on. Well, what's that? That's a very strong creature to do? You're right. Stop taking my pencil. Oh yeah. There's this other funny thing about all of my fucking about all the creatures that I had. They were all female. I just remembered I had the little creature that's known for running headfirst into things, and I named it Knock Knock, and it was a female. I was like, man, this is an uncomfortable harem of mine. Was they chosen to be female? No, they're just the ones that were brought to me. Backwater is kind of the idea, is what I was thinking anyway, so. Ooh, scale mail. When this comes out, I'm gonna rework on Sorrow more. Dumb. Excellent. Those look stupid. Yes, they stretch it. I don't like it. Helm. I'm not gonna put a hood. No need. Ooh. Ooh. There's Dude's goblet. Alright. Step 2. Decals. Oh, this is an hour-long video. That's why. I'm like, okay. See, it hasn't stopped yet. That's weird. Swampy. Whee! This would be a hilarious decision. This would be even funnier, actually. That's what I'll do. You know what? Fuck it. Play a little silly. I didn't realize that was all one color. Hmm. I have a weird, silly idea I'm going for here. Doing, 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 doing. How do you regular glasses? Where does it put them? Neat. All right, now Wiggles, do us a favor and give us a little smile. Big smile. All right, I've got a little idea for what I'm gonna do with her. You gonna get up and leave, Amory? I need to write some things down. So. Okay, I have one idea down. Be on my desk. Thank you. All right, sitting up straight now. I feel so much better. change stuff actually. Oh, cool. I like the Wiggles design. Let's see. All right. Who would have thought designing works a lot faster when you're not also doing a character sheet? Bad mind. I have other ideas I also want to work on too. But I'm gonna have to do this. Because I can't quite show these because they're not very SFW. The problem. Let's see. There's almost 8 o'clock. Okay. So I have ideas for what I want to do here, but the question is, how well can I get them done? And the answer is, I'm not entirely fucking sure. Because I made it easy in one direction, but then hard in another. Okay, so first and foremost, can I do... What's the tail? The tail. The tail that works the same as sleeping. No. The question is, can I make the tail any thinner? Bases, by the way, specifically the base of the tail, so. Where are the earrings? Was it currently set? That one, yeah. I wish there was another one that had long, wavy, but more detail. Ears are as they're supposed to be. Could do this actually, hold on. Could do just that so you can see that too. A little smaller right there. The gear? It is. Ah, I see why I did that for the neck. But that's chest and this. Ascot idea is cute, but still love this cowl for other uses. It's a weird idea, but it would work. They're still like it needs to be patinted. Okay, good. One thing I was gonna do was here real quick. I already have it set in this way. Okay. So what are the colors I have set? Brushed copper into a rusting and titan into. Okay. So let me see if I can do this. It's a little more prominent. A little less red. No. That's more what I'm trying to get out of this. Okay. Let's make that look way shinier. Now can we go from here? Let's see. How did I do this before for the body? The splotches, wasn't it? Yeah. Are there better splotches now? Which arm has a sleeve and which one isn't? Everyone has a full sleeve. What about the legs? Okay, by sleeve that means that's the one that's full dragon. Right.
Right arm left.
This side, that side. My idea for this is gonna be weird, but I'm gonna fucking do it because I know how to do this now. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to go like this. No, sorry. The body. And then we go like this. Actually, I need to finish one before I can get to the other part. Silly. Left leg, not right leg. Can I mirror it? I can't mirror it. Fuck you, too. That doesn't make sense. Actually, I guess it kind of makes sense, but not in the way I need it to. So instead of that, I'm going to just not do it. I'll do... That's what it was before anyway. See if I can find one more that's similar, but a little less. Yeah, I'm gonna flip it the other way. I'm gonna do that, and then I want to do the decals in the other direction. Freckles don't show up over scales. No, but they do show up nicely. Holy shit. Sunspots? Sunspots. Also show up nicely. Okay, those actually give a lot more of what I'm trying to get. Okay, double checking. Sleeve, okay. And for the left leg to get a sleeve, I'm gonna have to do this. Torch is fine. But I don't see any of the other colors in there for me to be able to adjust them. No.
Welcome. I'm gonna just go and do this and get at least 3.
Each passing flicker of our souls ablaze, revealing secrets to the blinding age. Light reflecting what we are inside. Let the truth be your guide. Stay with me tonight. Far from the fading light, we can leave it all behind. Just breathe and be alive. Stay with me tonight. Far from the fading light, we can leave it all behind. Just breathe and feel alive.
Yes, thank you, Training. We appreciate you. Have I already done the body thing? I don't remember. Did I do this? Yes, I did. Okay, cool. For note, one of the funny things when it comes to Hero Forge is like if you do like the default like that, it's like, that's like a chibi, not what I'm looking for. So you go, okay, true scale, and it gives you like a proper human body. But they wouldn't be able to, print this because it goes beyond the means of normal printing for them. So that's what length was. A height. Length and height are different. Okay. Supposed to do this normally size like that tall. I think. Fix this code. That's the Nightbot. Ignore that. Five 10. She is 5'10". There. She is that tall. Affectionately. I'm curious. Okay. So length is scale, is true scale. Got it, cool. Did I really just wait? Yeah, that does in fact just wait. Okay, cool. Maybe a little bit of a gut in there too. Okay. This is where we get weird. First things first, go for an outfit. And going for what I'm thinking of right now. Need to find a blazer. Something like that, yeah.
None of these skirts are properly like round. Oh well. That was wrong. What's the difference? One's baggier. Got it. It's barely noticeable. Step 2. Let's go back for this. I don't get it. That's exactly what I want to happen. Kind of. Hold on. It's a lot more of what I was actually trying to do. Excellent. Cool. That's virtual.
bounce on the rhythm, yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta make a move to me, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know me, I'm not wasting time. No secrets left to hide. You gotta show me love when you're ready, yeah, yeah, yeah. What can we ever bounce on the rhythm, yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta make a move to me, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know me, I'm not wasting time. No secrets left to hide. You gotta show me love when you're ready, yeah, yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Say, you know me, I got no time to waste. Type of energy that can't be replaced, no debate. We can take it back to my place. I can turn around, let me show you how it tastes, yeah. A baller, mine on the dollar. Swallowing the bottle while you're smoking on gelato. Now do you need some of that noodle? Just tell me that you're coming through. What can we ever What can we ever bounce on the rhythm, yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta make a move to me, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know me, I'm not wasting
Now, here's the way I'm going to do this. Next thing's next. We work for a pose.
What can we ever bounce on the rhythm, yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta make a move to me, baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know me, I'm not wasting time. No secrets left to hide. You gotta show me love when you're ready, yeah, yeah, yeah. What can we ever bounce on the rhythm?
Normal scale. Don't know. Hold on. He is fucking up here.
The wolf, she cries at night. A breath had born in the black wind where the shadows lie. Deep inside despair, our hearts grow fierce, our minds aware. We carry on, we carry on.
So here's gonna be the part where I do something a little more difficult. Where I do not the tail. That's not popping. Okay, never mind. Never mind, Knuckle. I'll leave it alone.
Blinding lights, lost in your eyes, feeling the pressure. You and I, spending the night, chasing forever. For you, oh no, I'd be your one and only. Don't let me go, don't leave me lonely. Say you'll stay through the pain, say you won't go running. Let me in through your veins, get off on my loving. Holding on to words that you said back in the beginning. All along, they stay in my head. I'm feeling you shifting. For you, oh no, I'd be your one and only. Don't let me go, don't leave me lonely. Say you'll stay through the pain, say you won't go running. Let me in through your veins, get off on my say you'll be here when your head starts to clear. When I'm drowning, just say you'll jump in.
Not go this way, but even if they connect, they're not going to connect to that. So instead, this is really fun. Either. Now she's dancing. Good on the Go big for the hug. Big hug.
That's the part where I do the weird thing.
Alright, cool.
Okay, so let's secondary here. What we do, if we want to make the show look better, is we go stage, base, remove the base first and foremost, secondary. We add. It's because it's too big because it's printable? Got it. Shit. Damn. Okay. This will have to be one that I have a harder time with. That's okay. I'll just do body. I'll change proportions. I'll do default. But I'll just make her really tall instead. So when it comes to height, I'll just do this still regardless. For it to be appropriate, 7'9" is about the height. Got it. Okay, you want to talk about it? Cool. Yeah, a little shorter. 7, 5. Yeah, should be good. Okay. Save here. Can I still can't? What? Why? Is it because there has to be a stage? I'm stupid. That was the whole initial problem to begin with, because there wasn't a stage. Okay, hold on. Body. Proportions. Do the initial thing I just did. That again. And then go back to edits and do... that. It's unprintable regardless. I see. It's unprintable regardless. I don't care. I'll adjust tail, I realized too. Right, no, length was, there we go. 2 scale was what the length purpose was. Okay. Right. Now it looks weird. Go back there. Stay there, I guess. I wish I didn't do the other thing I just did. Oh well, it's okay. Anyway, I can bring in, or I can do this. Hold on. So save as. Nope. Hold on. And I go back into here. And I go to Fantasia. Save as. Copy. And then now I go here and go to the copy and import. Oh, there's 2. Scary. I'm quickly going to change the base to being a 2 by 1 by 2 base. So therefore it's more room to play with. Where's the positioning stuff? Suppose I'm gonna start by doing this and go twist this way.
Hey you, I know sometimes things may seem unclear. Trust yourself and you will know, my dear. Oh, I know that it's not easy, nothing is.
Not quite. It's a little more forward.
Tomorrow's gonna be a new day. It's okay. So live your life and live your
It's just barely out of sync. It's forward. No. Sideways. That's this way. Do it. All right. Step one done. Lining the two up. You can barely tell because if you look at the teeth, you can kind of tell. But otherwise, we're good here. Secondary. Here's how you do this. With the extra, what we are going to do is... No, sorry. With the main, what we're going to do is... Hear me out. This is crazy. It's... Body. Yes. No. Yeah, no, it's body. And what we're going to do is go over here and let's see. The right is the sleeve. So we remove the left arm. Nuts, I know. And then just the right leg. So we remove. The right leg. So that's this side. So I removed the wrong arm. No, that was the left arm I removed. I can't go back for it. I'll do it again in a minute. Right leg needs to go bye-bye. So boop.
It's like a glitch I can't control.
You physically can't see it from here, so it doesn't really matter. And then it's the left arm. Left arm. Okay, cool. Now the next thing I do is go over here to the extra. I think I do the same thing on the opposite end. Where I go. Boom. And my brain shutting off help me. Still can't tell the difference. That's on purpose. Don't worry. I'm gonna quickly make sure I didn't do these arms wrong. So. Okay, cool. So, ugh. I'm gonna quickly take notes so I don't keep fucking forgetting. Ask myself in 3 seconds. So, since the main one is missing those particular limbs, we now go over here to the opposing body. And what we're going to do is this. We make it simple. We take the body. Where is the... It's not the body. And we undo the lizard-like torso. And we do a normal humanoid torso. And then for the legs, we don't do the lizard-like torso, we do normal humanoid legs. Now I think they're out of sync again, are they? No, they're still in sync. Sick. Now the only problem is that excessive sleeve, which is going to be covered up like this. Main. Save, just as an FYI. Left a little safe. Go over here and go to clothing. Gonna throw on a bomber jacket to cover it all up. Sick. That was kind of the plan to begin with, but I wanted to make sure. Actually, I could also do this. Let me save this first. Body of the main one. I make the body of the main one slightly bigger. Oh, I see what it did, actually. No. Actually, I can adjust the height of the other one. Be slightly taller to line up. Yes, that's better. Yes, that's better.
Holding out your hand for me to go. Wasn't scared to see you, always knew it in my bones that something here was bound to take me home. You said you don't know me well, but I'm your angel and white.
Can't do any decals for the bomber, but it's okay because I know exactly what colors they're gonna be anyway. Actually, I have to check something. Give me a second. Okay. I see a problem. Oh, no, never mind. I see the solution. Let's just do this and throw a bomb over both of them. Duh. So, main, then extra, and boom. Here we go.
Not you, not here, then I don't know. As above is ever so below. Something here was bound to take me home.
There's another problem here. That. And hold on. Well, that was a time. All right. 2.5 hours is a good cutting point. Who is anyone live? Let's find out. I know for a fact Bigby's not live, and Shifty did get his account back on Discord. Oh, Shifty's live. Oh, Shifty is live. Sick. I'm gonna rate Shifty.
Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. Take a dip with the $5 Classic box.
Yeah, Shifty did say he was gonna be playing some Pokemon TCG, but I didn't realize he was doing it now. Let's go raid Shifty. He's doing the things I just said. Everyone enjoy what he does because Shifty has some fun with what he does. And otherwise, as always, thank everyone for coming. Thank everyone for showing. Everyone have a good day, good afternoon, good day, whatever time of day it is for you. And per the norm, as always, stay happy, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and everyone take care of yourself. Goodbye.